Hello Facebook and YouTube. Today on how Hugh builds a teardrop trailer on a Harbor Freight frame, or teardrop camper on a Harbor Freight frame. Today I'm going to work a little bit on the electrical stuff a little bit more. I'll show you what I've done so far, and I'm going to try to mount a porch light and get the interior light wired up so I can start working on some of the paneling on the inside. So let me show you where I'm at so far. Okay, so I've got the switch, and this is an RV switch. This is weird. They're strange little switches. I couldn't find a proper box to mount it to. I think it's just supposed to mount flush. So anyways, got the switch wired up with three poles on it for the dome light, porch light, and for the interior fan. I've got my extra wires all stuffed in here. In that far box over there, right there, that's where I'm going to have the little USB charger come out. I'm going to put a little shelf there so I can charge stuff off of the battery. So let's get going. Got the little dome light, gonna mount it something like this, or this is the little porch light. So kind of want it in the middle of the door. So measure that, mark a hole, drill a hole for the wire, put some sealant on there. So it's 12 3/4. I think it's a little bit off center from where that screw is, so we'll do it by eye. Okay. So that's going to go something like that. I want it somewhere right in there. I think that's going to do it. So it's that high. Come down just a little bit. Drill a hole right there. See how that looks. Right there. Okay, it's going to go something like that. So I'm going to put some, let me show you. Okay, I've got some stuff called butyl tape, and this is supposed to be the real deal for sealing on trailers. So I'm going to give it a try. Never even seen it before. Okay. Some kind of sticky stuff, so not really exactly sure the proper way to do it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it around the edges in here and then tighten it down and let it squish out and cut off the excess. So I think that'll probably work. I hope. And then I'll fill the hole I drilled from the inside with RTV silicone. Okay, I think I'm going to put a little extra piece in there once I got this wire through there. That looks a little thin. Better cut that first. Okay, I think I want to put a little board right here across like that for the screws to go in and for the dome light to mount to on this side. So let me put this board up here. Okay, so I have a little board right now just tacked into place, and I'm going to put the screws through the porch light and it'll hold that into place, and that'll be the back side that the inside dome attaches to too. So let's do that. Okay, that actually looks pretty darn square to my eyeballs. Let's try some screws in. Where's the one I dropped? There it is. Just to be sure, because now's the time. It's 5 1/4. That's almost 5 1/4. Okay, there we go. After a little bit, I'll just trim those edges. So that's a dome light. Let's wire it up. Okay, let's get the porch light wires. And these are too long, but this jacket is such a hassle to trim down. I'm not going to trim it anymore. I'll just end up wrapping the wires in here. It'll be, you know, between or behind the insulation. Some little wire nuts. We'll go black to black. And red to red. Okay, there we go on that. And I'll have to get that to tuck in there a little bit. You know, right now, I'll probably just use a piece of tape. Okay. Okay, I need to make a little path for the wire. little path for the wire. Now this is the dome light I'm going to use. It has little covers on it. I'm just going to put a few in there for right now, and I'm not going to tighten them all the way because I'm going to want to be able to slide a piece of paneling behind it. So I'm just going to hold it in place for now. Okay, we'll go red to red. And black to non-red. Since I don't want this flopping around, I'll put some tape in there and hold everything in place until the foam gets on there. Okay, this time I should probably hook it up to a battery just to check everything. Okay, I'm using a really simple setup, also from Harbor Freight. I had picked up a few years ago a solar panel and a controller because I wanted to be able to take a big battery with me and charge stuff when I went camping. So I have a battery, it hooks up to this controller. Controller just has an off and on switch. So it has hookups to go to your lights, and then next to that is a hookup to go to your battery. And I'm just going to use clips. And then on the other side, the far side, is this hookup that goes to your solar panel. So this little controller it's very minimalistic. It's very simple, but it does work, and it will take the charging voltage from the solar panel and charge your battery and let your battery run your lights. The other reason I'm doing this type of setup is if I want to, while the trailer's parked, I can just put the battery on a battery charger and fill it up. It's going to be running a fan, and I'm not sure what the draw is on the fan, but it's got a little tiny motor, so it's not much. And the draw on the two different LED lights is next to nothing. This battery would run those for years, I think. So let's see if it works. So I have it all plugged in and set up, and the switches are ready to go to at least the two lights. So let's check it out. Okay, so first will be the dome light. So let me hit some switches and see what it does. I'm not sure which switch. I wanted it to be the middle switch, so there it is, the middle switch. And that's the porch light. Check the other light. Okay, now on this one, I forget if I made it the bottom switch or the top switch, so we'll have to find out. There's one switch. Is that it? That's the bottom switch. Okay, so the bottom switch is going to end up being the bottom switch will be the vent fan. So it's got to be the top switch. Now, unless this thing is particular and it always turns off. I wonder if it's got one of those weird kind of switches that always turns off. You know, I think it does. I don't think this thing likes a wall switch. So it looks like I got to do the wall switch and then do its switch. Okay, so I don't like this light now. That's going to be a bit of a hassle. So I will probably unhook it from the wall switch and use that wall switch for something else. Well, that's unfortunate. I want to be able to turn it on and off just like this. Well, better now than later. No, I'm going to keep it on the wall switch. So if I swap this out, okay. Okay, well that's about it for for that portion of the wiring. It works. So I have to decide what I want to do about that dome light. Don't know if I like that. That's kind of bumming me out. So I have to think about that. But that's it for now. Out.